Hey, it's Borg Brain coming at you with another educational blockchain video. This one is for Radix, Radix DLT, and it's concerning their Community Rewards program, which is it's a type of sort of introductory community, yes, community rewards type of little yield farming thing to help increase Uniswap liquidity. Um, in a couple days, I don't know when this video is going to come out, but in a couple days they're actually going to open up trading on Bitfinex, and I don't know what's coming after that. Yeah, so uh, there's going to be more options for acquiring Radix. But when they launched their ERC20 placeholder token a few months ago, month and a half ago, or whatever it was, uh, they um, they launched on Uniswap alone. Uh, anyway, uh, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Be safe. Have fun out there. This project is one of many. If I'm doing a video on a project, it either means I'm invested or interested in investing in it. But I'm just a guy, so uh, you know. Uh, I can't know about every project that's out there. There's only 24 hours in a day. You got to sleep, you got to eat, so whatever. Anyway, I do like this project though. But these videos are not necessarily for me to like promote or fatten my bags on a particular project. I don't do videos on lots of projects I'm invested in or interested in. I try to do videos on interesting little things and showing people how to do things in the blockchain space from an educational standpoint. Um, this is a type of yield farming, so the the general gist of this video and showing you how to do this thing would apply to other yield farming projects and tokens. So the basic concept will be more or less the same. Um, of course, from project to project, there's one-sided yield farming. There's you know period locked yield farming. There's all sorts of stuff. But anyway, this is pretty standard yield farming. So whatever. As always, this video is for Crypto Society. Give us a follow. All the relevant links for Radix, the Community Rewards portal, and Crypto Society. It'll all be in the description. So subscribe, give a like, ring that bell, all that kind of stuff. Find me on Telegram or find me on Twitter. That's the best two places if you want to get a hold of me. Give me a suggestion for my next video, by all means. Anyway, so yeah, Radix DLT. Um, I don't really know how to describe Radix. I would say Radix is sort of like a competitor to, the Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano, whatever, in that same realm of Avalanche or Solana, these projects that are um, very much in the building stages still. Uh, more promises over fully working tools. As of the recording of this video, they haven't, to my knowledge, it's very imminent. It's in the next couple days, but I believe they haven't launched their. It might be today or tomorrow. They haven't launched their the test net yet, and then the main net is supposed to be spring 2021. Um, so all those things said, all these other sort of competitors or whatever you want to call it, the future blockchains. This one is definitely one of the ones I'm most fascinated with. They showed, I mean, it was almost 2 years ago now. They showed in a testing environment to be able to prove over 1 million transactions per second. Okay, and they seem to have really reinvented the wheel when it comes to the blockchain. They're not using one blockchain; they're using multiple blockchains, and then they don't reference themselves; they reference each other. So kind of like a braid. Now I'm simplifying the project incredibly. This video's purpose is not to like blab on about Radix completely. If you want to know more about Radix, then I don't know. I might do some more Radix videos in the future explaining some of the tech. I don't know. If that happens, they'll be added to the links in the description. And, go out there, Google it. figure it out. And I'll show you a little bit of Radix stuff. So this is the Radix website, radix-dlt.com, you know, and live on Uniswap, and you can get tokens. And down here, you know, all the relevant information. You can go into documentation and read the white paper and whatnot. Looking over at CoinGecko, we got USDC. We got USDC, and we got Radix. You know, it's down 1% or almost 2% on the day, and it's edging up. So I wanted to buy the dip. I saw the dip, so I got to get on this quickly. And we're going to look really quickly on blockchain transaction visuals, txstreet.com. This is a cool way to visually watch transactions on the network. My computer's being a little bit slow right now, but you can see here are these people skipping the line, and here you can see the gas cost. So the gas cost, it was actually, you know, this was like $3.50 or two something when I was preparing for this video a half an hour ago, and now it's gotten much busier with way more people waiting, which pushes the price up, and you'll see more people skipping the line, paying a higher gas price, and these people are paying a lower gas price than the people you'll see skipping the line and hopping into this streetcar, which would be a block in the blockchain as they go through the lights. So if you know, if you sorry, I don't want to get too distracted here, but basically, if you have anyone who's like, "Oh, what's blockchain?" and you know, you try to explain it to them, you know, sometimes it's hard, and you can, you know, you discuss it in these ways. It's kind of an abstract thing, but here it's visual. So you could say, "Oh, these are blocks in the blockchain, and each one of them is verifying transactions, and people who are paying more gas coming from random other places, they're paying higher gas to skip the line, and here's all the people waiting who've paid less gas." And then, you know, when it comes to stuck MetaMask transactions and all that kind of stuff, this explains a lot, you know. And you know, when you have the stats up, it shows how many transactions per second and whatnot. The stats actually, you know, when I saw this earlier, the transactions per second on Ethereum is about 12 transactions per second. So when you look at the gas cost of a basic transaction to just send something from one wallet to another, not a Uniswap trade, but just sending something from one wallet to another, if that costs $6 or $7 American, I mean, that's quite high. So 12 transactions per second compared to 1 million or 10 million or whatever, you know, Radix theoretically does not have a ceiling on how many transactions it would be capable of supporting, depending on the size of the network, how many nodes on the network there are. So the very long story short is, if you think about the cost on Ethereum, and then you think of the potential cost on a million transaction, you know, the scalability of that level, well, you know, the proof is in the pudding. And it's $7 now, so it's raising quickly. So I got to get on this. I got to get my transactions happening, because it just seems to keep going up, and it's costing me money, me babbling about all this other stuff. But yeah, just show people this website if they don't know blockchain. It's a cool way to explain blockchain to them. So anyway, we're going to go to Uniswap. Now, I'm going to go back to here to CoinGecko to show you how I do this. So, you know, in here, in Radix, basically, I can go get tokens, and it'll bring me right here. But if I want to do it manually, I can do it this way. So I copy the contract, and I come up here. And now I want to buy Radix tokens first. So I paste that in here, and then I click it. Now, if it's not added, you add it, and then it'll come up when you type it in. Now, if you just type in eXRD or ETH or whatever, what'll happen is sometimes you'll actually get a scam token. So it's very important to go to the source, or to go to a trusted source like CoinGecko to get the contract address. Now, the trading pair is USDC eXRD. So I'm going to go over to USDC. I'm going to get the contract, go back to Uniswap, and I'm buying eRadix with USDC. And so I can paste it here, or I can click here because I've already added it, but I'm going to paste it here just so you see it. And then I click yes, and boom, you know, so I got the setup. Now I put in 1,000 USD. The process for this is I've got 1,000 USDC. I'm going to spend 500 USDC to buy, close to 4,000 Radix tokens, and I approve USDC, and I say confirm, and this is pending now. So basically, as Uniswap's thinking, eXRD is actually not the native token for Radix. The native token for Radix doesn't exist yet, and it'll be called eXRD. eXRD is a token they made as a placeholder token. It's on Uniswap, and the whole purpose was they want to launch, a token, speculation on the token, get the community involved, create a community rewards program, whatever, to build the hype and get things moving, get people involved, leading up to the testnet launch and then the mainnet launch. So anyway, it's approved now. And of course, when the mainnet launches, you'll be able to cash in eXRD tokens 1-for-1 for XRD tokens, and end up with XRD tokens, which won't be ERC20 tokens. They're not tradable on Ethereum, but they'll exist on the Radix mainnet when the mainnet launches sometime in the spring, and then you'll be able to do all the things inside of Radix. Again, I'm not going to go on and on about the whole Radix situation, but anyway, so 500 USDC for this much Radix, ERC20 Radix tokens. So I go confirm, and look, $9.36, and I had a $3.50 or whatever just to confirm. So I'm at, I don't know, this is it's getting expensive, right? And so this is these future blockchains that promise scalability. We're talking cheaper gas transaction costs, and there's a whole bunch of stuff where you want to make multiple transactions in a chain for especially like decentralized finance or controlling IoT devices. To send a packet of data and to that transaction, the receipt that piece of data went from point A to point B for like an IoT device, like your smart meter in your phone or something. If every time you have to do that, it's going to cost $7. I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose. It's too expensive. Like the very, very privileged few would ever be able to tinker and play with these kind of things. But the point of this technology is to kind of free humans and open up all sorts of possibilities. And unfortunately, Ethereum in its current state cannot scale. So everyone's waiting for Ethereum 2.0. We're all hoping it comes out sooner than later, but it's looking like the roadmap it's going to take quite some time. So I think in the meantime, while we're waiting for ETH 2.0 to scale, and I don't think Ethereum's going anywhere. I think the idea of like the quote-unquote Ethereum killer, I think it's really stupid, to be perfectly honest. But basically, these new systems that offer much greater scalability, 12 transactions per second is pitiful. And for our, the global systems that we'll need, we'll need thousands of transactions, tens of thousands, millions of transactions per second to see how far we can push this technology and the utility and benefit for humankind. So anyway, now I've got, basically I've got 50-50 Radix and USDC transactions gone through. So now I go over to pool. And so, like I said, this is the basic process of participating in yield farming. A lot of yield farming essentially is through Uniswap or, sometimes Sushi Swap, Mooniswap, whatever, and you create liquidity pool tokens. So, you can create a pair if it doesn't exist, or if the pair already exists and is being traded in Uniswap, then you just say you add liquidity. So you go in here and you click this and you get the Radix, and you click here and you get the USDC, and you go max 500, right? But see, that's actually more than my balance. So I got to go max. So that means that, the price goes up or down in the meantime. USDC doesn't really move. Just maybe like 0.5% or something up and down. But Radix, of course, is more volatile, as you saw in CoinGecko chart. And so I'm going to, I've got my 50-50, and I approve eXRD. And so what I'm doing here is I'm confirming this transaction. I'm creating liquidity pool tokens. So It's basically 50% this, 50% that. Now you create liquidity pool tokens, and you know, you supply them. From there, uh, you put them in the community rewards page. That's basically it. So yeah. Anyway, as you're seeing, oh, pending. How long is it going to take? I can go into my MetaMask. I can go view the transaction on Etherscan, and have a look see. Or this is the wallet here. Pending. Right. 4 minutes. So here we have another example of Uniswap and Ethereum scaling. Just if you got to wait 4 minutes every time there's a transaction, it doesn't really make sense. But if we're in here, we have a little look-see. We go to activity, and we can speed up the transaction. And I'll go fast, so I'll pay another couple bucks. So yeah, I'm sitting at $17 USD to do this chain of transactions. But yeah, so I sped it up. So this should just any second now pop, but still a minute and 30 seconds. It's too much. So while we're all waiting for Ethereum to scale and make more sense and be a more sensible network to the world brain computer, I think the Cosmos, the Polkadot are two of my more favorite, and then of course Radix. These are kind of side chains of Ethereum too, like Matic, like eXRD, like Binance Smart Chain. These are the places I think people are going to start going to trade more and try to build things in the meantime, because I don't know, the world can't wait for this technology to come online for too much longer, I don't think. Anyway, so we go back to Uniswap. It's been approved. And so then I hit supply. So now I'm creating these liquidity pool tokens. And $11. So as you see, the very privileged few can participate in this. If you want to just do a simple thing like buy a thing and then lock it up, and what we're doing is fairly simple Ethereum-based stuff. If it's going to cost you, what is this? So we're at $25 or $27, $28 USD right now in total transaction cost to do this, and we're not done yet. So as you can see, Ethereum's got issues, and you want to look for projects that'll give an answer before 2 years, as we're waiting for Ethereum, as Vitalik is estimating. Hey man, Radix, it's one of the ones out there that I like. So our transaction is pending. So of course I can go into MetaMask and speed it up for the purposes of this video. Oh, so it seems to have been done. Clear all. So Uniswap has a fart sometimes. It's already gone through. So anyway, the final one. So if you go to rewards.radixtokens.com, you come to their portal for community liquidity incentives. So as we've got our LP tokens already from Uniswap, you just go to Connect Wallet, connect MetaMask, boom. As easy as that. And so, and this is actually, it's actually in the wrong wallet. This is in my previous wallet. So here we are, connected. Connect wallet. Boom. All right. So as you can see, here we are. I've connected my wallet. And just to look in it very quick in the assets. So, I've spent my USDC and eRadix. I've made Uniswap liquidity pool tokens, and I've got my ETH to pay for all these transactions. As I've said, you know, pushing $30 in transaction costs at the moment, and so I've got here you see LP token balance. So I've got my 0.00137 Uniswap LP tokens of the USDC Radix pair. And so I enable deposits, and I confirm. You know, so we're at a solid $30 now, I think, USD, and I'm gonna speed it up because ain't nobody got time to wait for me babbling about all this nonsense. We're speeding up the transaction, and we're waiting for confirmation. So yeah, now down here you've got 125 million Radix tokens have been rewarded, and you've got so 3. So what's left for rewards? You've got 74 million. All right. So and then reward multiplier, current rewards, all this kind of stuff, which I'm going to explain now in a second. So we're going to deposit LP tokens. So we go to max, and we deposit. And yeah, $14, right? So I'm gonna bump it up to fast. So $25. I mean, right? When you think about it, I'm just spent to do this. I spent like $50 American to put in $1,000 worth of value into this system. So, I mean, you just want to do the math, right? So, transaction confirmed. And here, of course, Ethereum having brain farts. Now, my LP token balance, as you see now, it's zeroed out because I don't have LP token balance in my wallet anymore because I put the max in there. But my current stake, it shows 0.0013 LP tokens. So that's the same, you know, that's what I put in there. So this is what's staked now. My share of the stake is 0.00562%. So it's not that much, right? And then we come down here and we've got the business. All right. So first of all, current rewards. Now this it finishes sometime in February, so I think we got roughly from the date of this recording this video, we got like a month left roughly of these community rewards. So how this works is current rewards. So here it is. Every couple seconds, my rewards bump up. So as you can see, I've got, you know, you give me a couple minutes and I'll have 0.1 Radix tokens that I would have earned, right? But I come back tomorrow and it'll say, you know, like I've got 4 or 5 Radix tokens or something, you know, like you see it just keeps going up. Now, bonus in the next 30 days. So what this means is if I stay in this for 30 days, then this is my estimated extra bonus. And this also, as you see, it just changed. This also goes up. And the reward multiplier, this is another one. So the longer I stay in this, the longer this goes up. So when the rewards finish, there's a snapshot taken, and whatever I have in here in my rewards, this will have increased. All right, so this will say, I don't know, say 1.7x by the time the community rewards program ends. And so whatever my rewards I have at the end, they will be multiplied by this multiplier, and that will be what I end up with as my total rewards. Now, from what I understand, the math on this is a little bit funky and a little bit complicated, and there's different numbers being spit out from here and the Radix main website. I'm not sure if they fixed this. I haven't really been paying attention, but you know, the long story short is you gain passive. You're making tokens passively gaining them. When you exit, you get this. If you exit before the end of the community rewards, you don't get this. If you stay until the end of the rewards, you get this. and you know, this is the pool of tokens that I'm pulling from that are filling up here. And of course, as I see 74 million tokens, my stake is 0.0056 percent, and of course I'm a very small fish, so this is going to raise quietly, but you know, I come back in a few hours, I'll have made a couple Radix tokens. I've been speaking now about this for maybe 2 minutes, and I'm approaching 0.1 Radix token, you know, and if I look at the cost, it's not that much. You know, they're not crazy expensive. They're, you know, 12.5 cents American right now, USD. So 12 cents, I mean, yeah, so I'm at, I don't know, 0.1 cents that I've made in 2 minutes on $1,000. Um, you know, there are more programs like this that will give much greater rewards. But how much value does the token have? These kind of yield farming experiments. I don't know, but this is a pretty legit project. It's actually a 7-year-old project. So anyway, that's about it. You know, uh, be safe and have fun out there. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you know, check the links in the description. Give Crypto Society officials a follow. Come find me in the relevant social media channels. You know, like, subscribe, watch the other videos. I don't know. Have fun out there. But yeah, that's a little bit of stuff about Radix. A little bit of stuff about Uniswap, transaction fees, and you know, going through the LP. Creating LP tokens in Uniswap, and basically one of you know, probably 1,000 projects out there doing some form of yield farming. So there you have it. You know, zero point 0.1 Radix tokens. I'm just printing money here, so you can too. You know, and if you're like me and you think that Radix has got a long way to grow, I don't know. You know, it's number 227 in total market cap at pushing 50 million. I mean, I think this project's got a long way to go, but yeah, who knows, right? This is hindsight's always 2020. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. This is Borg Brain signing out, and yeah, have a nice day. Peace.